everyone. I think we can start now. Okay. Yeah, so let's start. Good evening. Hi, my name is Van. I'm one of the education counselors here in Kanata. So I'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining our first webinar for this month of March with two of our featured schools. So for tonight, we have Cambrian College and Keyano College. Okay, so we are very happy and very grateful that you've all decided to spend your Friday night with us. So we'll try our best to make this night productive for all of us, not just for you. We would also like to thank the school representatives who are here tonight. So we have Miss Sophia Duong, who is the market representative for Southeast Asia for Cambrian College. Hello, Sophia.
Hello,
And good evening. And we also have the school representative for Keyano College. This is Miss Stephanie May Pablo.
Hi, everyone. Good evening.
Hello, good evening. Okay, so let me give you an overview of the program for our webinar for tonight. For all of those who are new in our webinars, for our first timers. So we usually start with school presentations. So for tonight, we'll start with Cambrian to be followed by Keyano College. After the school presentations, we'll have the presentation for Kanata to discuss about the services offered by our company. And that will be led by Mr. Andre Maximo, who's one of my colleagues here in Kanata. After after Kanata presentation, we'll go directly to the question and answer part. Okay, so for those of you who are asking if we're gonna have breaks, no, we're not. So this is gonna be straight presentation, and we'll go directly to the question and answer part. Where are we getting the questions? We're getting the questions from you. So you have to type down your questions in the chat box. So please feel free to type down your questions in the chat box, even while the presentations are ongoing. We do encourage you to type down your questions. But please take note that the questions that we are going to handpick are questions that would be beneficial for the majority. So in case you have questions that are a bit specific or a bit personal, we suggest that you book a consultation with us. Anyway, the consultation with the counselors here in Kanata is free. So you just have to book a consultation. We'll be posting the link in the chat box in a while. So it will be there. So please feel free to book a consultation. So yeah, I won't keep this long anymore. That would be the introduction. We can now proceed to the first school, which is Cambrian College. So Sophia, we'll start once you're ready.
Yeah, okay. So thank you so much for a wonderful introduction. Okay, so hey everybody. My name is Sophia and I am the market representative of Cambrian College for Southeast Asia. So first of all, I would love to say thank you, Kanata, for giving me the opportunity to join the info session today. And thank you everyone for joining as well, especially on the Friday night. All right, so today I would love to share about Cambrian College, about our program, our requirements, as well as the tuition fee and also the benefits when you study at Cambrian College. All right, so now I would love to share my screen. Okay, so can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, right. All right, so before we begin with our presentation, I would love to share with you the quick video clip about Cambrian College. Okay, so here you go.
I got this.
Bring it on. Dream big.
Do something new. You got this. I will be
An innovator.
a community superhero.
A healthcare leader.
We got this. I've got this. Your future starts now at Cambrian College.
Okay, so welcome again to Cambrian College, and you can see that your future start now when you start your journey at Cambrian College, because at Cambrian College we offer you the key point. The key benefits for international students. So first of all, because we offer you the affordable tuition fee, and also we have a lot of job opportunity, including part-time job and full-time job. And on the top of that, we have the immigration opportunity. This is the RNIP program, because we are located in Sudbury, and Sudbury is one of 11 community is chosen for the rural and northern immigration pilot program. Okay, so now let's get started with our testimonial. So you can see that we have a lot of successful testimonial from our students. They come from Vietnam, Indonesia, Thailand, and especially from your beautiful country, the Philippines. Yeah, and they all agree that Canada is the destination, the good destination for them to start the journey. And they strongly believe that when you choose Cambrian College or Sudbury to live or to study, your dream will come true. So I hope that now is your turn. When you choose Cambrian College, your dream will come true as well. And today, I would love to share with you some information about us. So first of all, I would love to share with you about Sudbury, our location, about our living and working in Sudbury, about Cambrian College, accommodation, and important immigration, and also the scholarship and financial support for international students, and especially for Pinoy students. So now, first of all, where is Cambrian College? So as you can see, we are located in Sudbury, and Sudbury is the regional center of Northern Ontario. We have a lot of industry in Northern Ontario, for example, healthcare, mining, technology, engineering, and finance in Sudbury. And in terms of the distance from Toronto to Sudbury, you only need to take around 4 hours or 5 hours by driving from Toronto to Sudbury, or only 1 hour by airplane from Toronto to Sudbury. Yeah, so in my opinion, it's not too far. So it's very convenient for you guys when you want to visit your relative or your friends, especially on the weekend. And please remember, Sudbury is the biggest city in the RNIP program. And now let's talk about our city. So we are the Northern Ontario largest city, and they call our community is the Nickel City or City of Lakes, because we have more than 300 lakes and 100 kilometers of trails in every direction. So if you love the outdoor activities such as hiking, biking, or skiing, yeah, I strongly believe that Sudbury is the good destination for you. And also now I would love to share with you the video clip about our community to help you know more about Sudbury. Okay, so there you go. So this is our community, and I hope that you love our city in some day, because you can see that there is a never boring day or night in Sudbury because we have a lot of activity offer for you. And by the way, I would love to share with you the top reason for choosing Sudbury. So you can see that because we have the high employment opportunity, we are also the big city with small town, and we also have the emerging industry. For example, healthcare is one of our key employer here. And we are also the safer and welcoming community. And especially in terms of cost of living, you can save a lot of money when you live in Sudbury. Because when you compare the living expense in Toronto and Sudbury, you can save around 1,000 Canadian dollar per month. And last but not least, it is about the immigration opportunity. So that's the reason why we call Sudbury is one of Canada's happiness city. All right, and now let's move to the living and working in Sudbury. So, well, I would love to share with you the key biggest employers in Sudbury. They come from mining, healthcare, education, finance, and engineering technology. The purpose I would love to share with you this one because I usually recommend that our students should choose the program related to industry, because when you choose to study program, for example, mining technician or personal support worker or early childhood education, it's belong to this industry, so it's easier for you to get the job offer after graduation. And as you can see, this is some of a sample of companies and job offer that we are available for international students in Sudbury. Okay, so you can see that we have some job offer from mining or some job related to health science. And now let's talk about the Cambrian College. So we are the largest college in Northern Ontario, and we are the public college. So don't worry about the BCWB, right? So you can get the BCWB after completing the program at Cambrian College. And at the moment, we have more than 5,000 full-time students, and they come from 70 countries. And for Filipino community, at the moment, we have more than 1,000 Filipino students who are studying with us. And we do believe that the number of Filipino students will be increasing this year, next year, and I hope that we'll be including you today. Okay, so best of luck. And now let's move to our program. So as you can see that we offer the undergraduate program and postgrad certificate program. For undergraduate program, we have the certificate program, for example, EAP or Rehealth or Retrieve. And we also have the program related to skill, trade, business, IT, design, health science, especially personal support worker or OTPA, occupational therapist. And also we offer the community service program such as early childhood education or social service worker. And of course, because we are the mining capital of the world, so we have mining engineering program in engineering technology program. And if you graduate the university from your home country, now you can consider to apply for postgrad certificate or diploma at Cambrian College. And we have the bundle program. I will talk about that later on. But anyway, we offer 1 year certificate, for example, business analysis or project management, cybersecurity or supply chain. And we do have 2 years post-diploma is a global business management. Okay, so if you study 1+1 program, you are eligible to apply for BCWB up to 3 years. And one more thing I would love to share with you that yesterday, we just launched a new program. It's either the bachelor degree for 3 years and 4 years, Bachelor of Business Administration or Honor of Bachelor Business Administration. Okay, so if you want to get the degree in Canada, you can study with us with the very affordable tuition fee. Okay. And now let's move to the admission requirement and intake at Cambrian College. So, we do know that most of Filipino students, you don't need to take the IELTS, because your English are very good. So that we will waive IELTS for Filipino students. However, you need to provide us the MOI, medium of instruction. So we will waive IELTS for you. And now I would like to mention again about the 1+1 program. It's a bundle program. And we are able to offer you the offer with 2 programs on 1 LOA. So I think it's very helpful for your study permit. All right. So for example, I have one student, they want to project management as the first program. And after that, the second program is international business management. Okay. And another good news, we have 6 intake per year: January, March, May, July, September, and November. So I think it's very flexible for you guys. All right, and now let's move to the application processing. It takes around 4 to 6 weeks to receive the offer from Cambrian College. And you just need to contact to Kanata Agency to have your application. And now let's move to our accommodation. We have on-campus resident that offer for international student, and you can see that we offer 2 kind of resident. It's dorm style and townhouse style. Otherwise, you can look for the housing off campus. You just need to visit this website, or you can contact the Filipino community who are currently living in Superi, and then they will introduce you a lot of options for housing off campus. So don't worry about that. And now, in terms of the tuition fee and living expense, I would like to take the business analytic as an example. So you can see that the tuition fee, including insurance service fee, is around 14,000 Canadian dollar. It's very, very affordable. And when you add books, enrollment, room semester, food, personal expense, so total you may spend around 24,000 Canadian dollar per semester. And a lot of Filipino students, they agree that this is the affordable tuition fee for them. And even when they get a part-time job, they can cover the living expense in Superi. Right. And now let's talk about the career center and service that Cambrian College offer for international students. So we have a lot of service for you guys, especially we have the career center. Just last month, we organized the largest career fair for international students with more than 100 employers. They join with us, and I strongly believe that if you join the career fair, you can build and you can look for the part-time opportunity and even full-time opportunity job here. And whenever you want to get an assistance from career center in terms of resume, cover letter, or even interview practice, you just need to make the appointment with our career center here. Okay, and we will definitely have you. One more thing I would love to mention that we offer the R&D department. It's a research and development. So for this one, you definitely can get the work experience when you study with us. And of course, we offer a lot of small group for international students. And now let's move to the immigration part. Well, so for international students, I would love to share with you, this is the pathway for student immigration to BR. So as you can see that if you study with us or you study in Canada, right? You are eligible to have the 20 hour per week for work part-time, and you can get the co-op or internship program. And after you finish the program at Cambrian College, you are eligible to get a PCW 1 or 3 years to stay in Canada. And after that, you will think up about the permanent resident. And as you know that nowadays, the Canadian government, they offer a lot of immigration options for international students, including Israel entry or caregiver program, provincial nominee program. And especially when you choose separate to study, to live or to study, now you can have another option. It's either RNIP program, Rural and Northern Pilot Program. And to talk about the Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot Program, so I would love to share with you some information about this. As you can see, that is the 11 community who are participating in the RNIP program, and Sudbury is the largest of the 11 cities in RNIP. And you can see that this program, they refer for 25 to 45 years old applicants. So for you, if you already graduated university or you are the mature student, I highly recommend that you should choose Cambrian College to study, and you have a lot of opportunity to apply for RNIP program. And by the way, the minimum requirement to apply for RNIP, you need to have the job offer full time. You need to meet the minimum English requirement, and your job offer belong to NOC with they accept for 5 levels: O, A, B, C, and D. And you need to graduate the post-secondary credential from Cambrian College, 2 years or 1 year. If you only study 1 year, you need to have 1 year of work experience in Sudbury. Okay, and if you study 2-year program at Cambrian College, you don't need to have work experience in Sudbury. Okay, so that's one of the benefits for you guys. And yeah, so by the way, I highly recommend that you should visit this website, investsubury.ca, and you can check the list of eligible occupation for applicants who want to apply for RNIP program. And the good news, that most of program at Cambrian College will belong to this list. Okay. And by the way, at Cambrian College so far we have a lot of we have maybe if my memory serves me right, we have around 5 successful cases for RNIP from the Philippines. Okay, so I hope that more to come and more to succeed with this program. All right, and okay, and last but not least, I would like to share with you the scholarship and financial support for international students, especially for Pinoy students. So first of all, we will offer you the housing bursary up to $1,800 for resident, and we also offer you $500 for book bursary. And for taxi, you can refund 100% taxi fee from Sudbury Airport to accommodation in Sudbury. And we also offer you the free 2 nights in hotel in Sudbury if you cannot find the accommodation when you arrive in Sudbury. We will offer you free 2 nights. And also, when you study with us, depend on your GPA, depend on your personal essay, you are eligible to apply for scholarship for current student from $500 to 1,000 Canadian dollar per semester. And on the top of that, if you apply to Kanata Agency, we will waive application for you up to $95. All right, so that is all promotion and scholarship that we offer for Filipino students. And yeah, and in conclusion, I would love to summarize the reason why you should choose Cambrian College to study. And I want to mention again about the 3 top reasons you should choose Cambrian College to study. So first of all, because we offer you the affordable cost of living and quality of life in Sudbury. Secondly, it's about a job opportunity. And on the top of that, it's about the immigration opportunity, the RNIP program. All right, so I hope that with 3 reasons, one day you can consider to apply for Cambrian College, and one day you can make Cambrian College become your second home. Thank you so much for listening. That is my presentation. Thank you. Salamat.
Thank you so much, Sophia.
You're welcome.
So Sophia will be staying until later for the open forum so she can answer your questions in a while.
Okay.
Before that, let's proceed now to the presentation for Keyano College by Stephanie May. Hi, Stephanie. Stephanie?
Hi.
there,
Okay. So,
Thank
all
you.
right. Good afternoon. I mean, good evening, everyone. So let me just share my screen. All right. Okay, so I believe you were able to see my screen. So good evening to everyone. So I am Stephanie, the Keyano International Recruitment Representative in Southeast Asia. So I'm also Filipino, so you don't have to worry. So, okay. So just to give you a little bit information about Keyano College. Keyano College is a public post-secondary institution based in Alberta. Okay. So, all right. Now, based on my experience in this industry, most of the Filipinos, they have this frequently asked questions, okay? So, una, tinatanong nila, where is the institution located? Second one, what are the programs being offered? Third one, do they require English proficiency test result? Fourth one, is the tuition fee affordable? And fifth one, is the cost of living affordable? So, yun yung common reason or common questions na nare-receive namin from Filipino applicants. Okay? Of course, the end question is, meron ba yung immigration pathway? So, meron ba siyang pathway for immigration? Can I be a permanent resident after I graduate on that institution? Okay, so but again, that's a different story. Pero ngayon, we will focus on this five frequently asked questions. So, okay. All right, let's talk about Alberta. So why I have to choose Alberta as study destination, no? Una, kasi in Alberta, they only require 5%. Okay, they only require 5% when it comes to tax in Canada. Second to the highest minimum wage in Canada, ang Alberta, which is 15 CAD per hour. Third one, free universal healthcare for international students. So imagine you don't have to pay for your healthcare. Okay, it's free. And then may opportunities to work while studying and after graduation. And again, if you're planning to migrate in Canada, see, Alberta has its own immigration program. So we have this Alberta Advantage Immigration Program, or AAIP. And Alberta, it is a home to many famous national parks like Banff, Lake Louise, Jasper, and Rocky Mountains. So if you've been searching about Canada, makikita niyo itong mga national parks po. Ito ay located in Alberta. Now, let's talk about the taxes na nabanggit ko kanina. If you can see here on the first, in this first map, makikita nyo in Alberta, we only require good and services tax, which is only 5% compared to other province. Okay? And next one, pagdating naman sa minimum hourly wage rates, So makikita niyo na dito na per province po in Canada, iba-iba rin po ang kanilang minimum wage. Katulad ng iba't iba rin ang kanilang taxes na nire-require, dito iba-iba rin ang kanilang minimum hourly wage rate. So if you can see here, second to the highest ang Alberta when it comes to the minimum wage. Okay? All right. Now, let's talk more about the location of Keyano College. So si Keyano College is based in Fort McMurray, Alberta. I would believe na when we heard about Alberta, ang una natin naisip is Edmonton and Calgary, right? Pero we can now discover the beauty of staying in Fort McMurray. Okay, so Fort McMurray is a ruralized type of area or location. So, medyo probinsya siya. Pero, ang maganda dito, iniisip nila baka malayo yan. So, baka naman masyadong, probinsya, no? No? So, though it's a ruralized area, ang maganda dito, may access po tayo to the major cities po like Calgary, Edmonton, Vancouver, Toronto, and other many cities, no? So, may mga non-stop flights tayo. And you can also get there by road. So you can just have to drive 4.5 hours and approximately 7 hours from Calgary. Now, let's talk more about Fort McMurray. So Fort McMurray is the largest community in the regional municipality of Wood Buffalo. And I can proudly say that in Fort McMurray, it is considered as the Canada's hub of petroleum production. So its economy relies on natural gas, pipeline transport, forestry, and tourism. So which means yung area or yung location of Fort McMurray is very strong when it comes to industry. So ibig sabihin, maraming job opportunities, mayroong mga part-time job opportunities for Filipinos. So our climate is humid continental. Demographics is 60.2%. Residents are white. Southeast Asian like us 7.2%. South Asian 6.7%. And indigenous people 7%. Okay. Now let's talk about the recreational facilities. So we are home to McDonald Island Park, Vista Ridge All-Season Parks, and Northern Light. So you can also consider this recreational facilities kasi if you're planning to study in Canada, hindi lang naman kayo mag-aaral doon for 3 months, 6 months. I'm not generalizing, but most of the Filipinos, they are planning to study in Canada for 1 year, 2 years. So even though ang Fort McMurray is a ruralized area, marami po kayong recreational facilities na pwede niyong ma-enjoy while you are studying in Fort McMurray. Okay? So if you're familiar with Aurora Borealis, so makikita niyo rin po ang Northern Lights in Fort McMurray. Next, of course, Fort McMurray hosts different cultural events or community events. So talagang ma-enjoy nyo while you are staying in Fort McMurray. Okay, now let's proceed with Keyano College. So I will give you I will give you reasons why you have to consider Keyano College as your study destination in Canada. So why Keyano College? We only accept 21 students per class. Okay, only 21 students per class ang ina-accept natin. Why? Because we are mainly focused on the quality of education, making sure that our graduates is career ready. The second reason, we offer low tuition and fees. Third one, economically viable community with part-time job opportunities. So if you can see yourself studying while doing your part-time job, then Keyano College might be one of your best choices when it comes to the part-time job opportunities. Okay, and then fourth one, culturally diverse community in Fort McMurray. International preparatory course, we also offer that. And we are a designated learning institution or DLI. And for those who will be enrolling to Keyano College, you are eligible for the postgraduate work permit program. Okay, so if you can see here some of the photos of our school events for our students and a peek at our facilities. We have this Clearwater campus located in downtown Fort McMurray. So if you can see, it includes a beautiful green space in the form of the Dome McRae Park, meron din tayong lecture hall and information commons, which has a capacity for 108 people with stationary seating, with a fully functional instructor computer, projection, and sound capabilities. Okay, we also have this modern information commons, provide student access for computers and internet and printing. So yun yung mga common needs ng mga student, mag-print, mag-research, mag-internet. So we also have that facilities for our students. And also we have Synchron Sports and Wellness Center. So importante ba ito, Miss Step? Yes, this is very important, especially during winter. Just to let you know that even during winter, you can enjoy and maintain your active lifestyle. So pwede pa rin kayo mag-sports, mag-gym, mag-exercise because we have this state-of-art indoor facilities for our students. Okay? Here are the programs na ino-offer ni Keyano College. So we have from certificate program to diploma program to bachelor program. And also, if you're planning to proceed to university, meron din tayong collaboration with universities. So here are the common are the most enrolled programs for certificate ng mga international student. We have business administration, major in accounting, management, early learning and childcare, educational assistant, healthcare aid, human resource management, and office administration. We also have this diploma program, major in accounting, management, esports, management. So isa to sa ina-highlight ko kasi it's one of the innovative programs ni Keyano College. So si esports management, if you're more into esports, you love mobile games, computer games, or anything related in esports. And of course, meron tayong proper assessment for that. Pero what I mean is that we offer esport management. So if you want to turn your passion to career, then we can offer you esports management. So we also offer business aviation, early learning and childcare, environmental technology, practical nursing, and social work. University and others. So if after mag-diploma program, you decide to proceed with university, we also have the collaboration with University of Alberta, NAIT, so and other university, no? So the question is, so if partner kayo, Miss Step, ang Keyano College ay partner ang other university, then bakit pa ako magki-Keyano College if I can directly enroll to University of Alberta or other university? So the reason why is that if you are considering your finances, if you're considering your finances in your studying plan, mas makakatipid kayo if you start your first year, second year in Keyano College. So after that, it's up to you if you want to proceed with working or to do the university. Okay? So mas makakatipid kayo with Keyano College kasi ang Keyano College, very affordable po ang ating programs. So for our academic requirements, of course, K-12 graduates, you are very welcome in Keyano College. All right. Question, Mrs. Step. What if old curriculum ako graduate? Pwede pa ba ako mag-enroll for Keyano? Yes, you can still enroll with Keyano as long as kayo po ay may associate degree or at least 2 years in college. Okay? Next. Okay, how about the ELP, ma'am, or the English Language Proficiency Test result? Nagre-require po ba kayo? Generally speaking, we require IELTS or any form of English Language Proficiency. Okay? Kasi part kasi yan na nire-require ng Alberta. Pero ang good news with Keyano College, we can waive the IELTS for Filipinos as long as you can provide English certificate Okay, English certificate or MOI, English as a medium of instruction. Okay. Pero may mga assessment pa rin tayo. Kailangan ma-meet nyo pa rin yung mga grades na needed for English. Okay? But again, way po ang ating IELTS for Filipinos, except meron tayong exemption. So, ang exemption natin is for social work and practical nursing. Okay? So, except. So, ibig sabihin, we really require practical nursing and social work. Okay? So, needed natin yan. Pero, another good news is, huwag kayo mag-alala because we accept Duolingo. Okay? So, we accept Duolingo. So, kung ayaw nyo talaga mag-IELTS, okay? Kasi medyo mataas talaga ang requirements sa IELTS, especially for practical nursing and social work. Kasi very important ang communication in this program. So we accept Duolingo. So Duolingo is just an hour English test online. So I don't know kung how much, but it's around 1,500 to 2,500 pesos only. So very affordable. So just in case you would like to proceed with practical nursing and social work with Keyano, just have to take the Duolingo English test. Okay, but again, for the rest of the program, we waive English language proficiency, basta meron kayong English certificate. Now, for the application, so i-assess kayo ni Kanata on how to apply for Keyano. Now, let's talk about the breakdown of fees. Okay, for the breakdown of fees, kung makikita nyo dito, once you apply with Keyano College, you have to undergo the applyalberta.com. Kailangan niyo magbayad ng 107 application fee. That is non-refundable. So 107 yung ating application fee. That's Canadian dollars. Then, magsasubmit tayo ng requirements. Pag na-meet na natin lahat ng requirements, binigyan na tayo ng offer letter. If you want to accept that offer, gusto mong tanggapin yung offer na yon, you want to reserve your seats in Keyano College, we only require 750 Canadian dollars for admission deposit. So para ma-reserve yung slots nyo for an intake, kailangan mo lang magbayad ng 750 CAD. Imagine, kahit i-plus nyo ang 750 to 107, hindi pa yun naabot ng 1,000 CAD. So very affordable talaga ang ating application. Okay, so the full tuition fee is due to 10 business days prior to the first day of class. Full tuition per intake. Kailangan nyo bayaran 10 business days bago mag-start ng klase. And we also have the housing payment. So if you can see on the right side of the presentation, ito yung mga common programs na ini-enroll ng ating international students. Business administration. So kung makikita nyo, that's only 6,708 per term. So kung 2 terms in a year, that's only around 12,000 to 13,000 yung ating tuition fee. Okay? So we also have early learning in childcare, 6,270, environmental technology, social work, practical nursing. So practical nursing, ganun talaga, even here in the Philippines, alam nyo naman na very talaga, mas mataas talaga ang tuition fee pagdating sa mga healthcare-related program. But the rest, if you can see here, very affordable. So kung iniisip nyo, saan ba ako mas maakamura, ano ba yung programs na mas makakatipid ako, mas mura ang tuition fee, then you might want to consider Keyano College. Now, of course, isa sa iniisip ng mga international student, paano naman yung cost of living ko, yung monthly rent ko? Ayan, kasi both sa tuition fee, ang malaking percentage ng budgeting ng isang international students ay napupunta sa housing and sa cost of living, no? So sa cost of living, if you are worried about your housing, so just to let you know that Keyano College offers a very affordable housing for our students. So if single ka, ang pinakamura naming housing is 600 CAD per month in our Clearwater Hall. Okay? Kapag ikaw naman, you're planning to study in Canada, kasama mo asawa at anak mo, for family housing, that's only around 956 CAD per month. Kung 3-bedroom units, 1,081 CAD per month. Imagine, that's very affordable. So, ang maganda kasi nun, you're in Alberta. So, si Alberta, second to the highest minimum wage ang ino-offer nila. Pero yung magiging cost of living nyo kapag nag-aral kayo kay Keyano, dahil sa housing and tuition fee, mas mababa. So, mas malaki pa rin yung masasave yung money or meron pa rin gap pagdating sa minimum wage at saka yung cost of living. So, some other provinces kasi mataas ang minimum wage pero mataas din ang cost of living. Yung iba naman, mababa ang tuition fee, mababa ang cost of living, pero mababa din ang kanilang minimum wage. So, in Fort McMurray, in Alberta, mataas ang minimum wage ni Alberta, pero yung tuition fee mo and then yung housing mo is very affordable. So imagine, there's a gap. Okay? Pero of course, at the end of the day, nasa inyo pa rin yun. Okay? At the end of the day, it's on the hand of the student. Pero pinapakita ko lang yung overview na may minimum, second to the highest minimum wage, si Alberta, pero yung cost of living nyo, housing niyo, tuition fee nyo in Keyano is very affordable. Imagine yung gap na, imagine kung paano kayo makaka-save ng money, right? So here are some of the photos of Clearwater Hall, Penhorwood Place. Right. So, ano naman yung Keyano's support for international student. So pagdating nyo doon, may free airport pick-up kayo. Okay, pick up kayo ni Keyano College and then dadalhin kayo sa on-campus housing. And then if you have any concerns about your visa, permits, or anything related as an international student, meron tayong International Education Office. Then, kapag may concern naman kayo sa program, ma'am, gusto ko po kasi i-proceed to sa ganitong program, mag-enroll sa ganito, kunin ng ganitong subject, meron tayong academic tutoring or advising. So, malalapitan niyo sila when it comes sa inyong mga programs. Then, if you're planning to do a part-time job, magtrabaho, pagka-graduate, saan mag-a-apply ng trabaho, or anything related about your career, meron tayong career services. Tutulungan namin kayo to build your CV or curriculum vitae, okay, based on Canadian standard, and we will help you to pass your Canadian job interview. So, i-assess namin kayo. We also have health and wellness services, learning resources, accessibility and accommodation, athletics, theater, synchronous sports and wellness, and last but not the least, on-campus jobs open to international students. So, kung makikita nyo dito, again, if you're planning on your mind, you're imagining yourself studying while working, meron tayong mga on-campus jobs open for international students. Okay, so like what I've mentioned earlier, meron tayong academic advising kung ano yung mga gusto mong i-take na program, ano yung mga prerequisite, ano yung mga specific major or program na dapat mong i-take. So meron tayong academic advising for international student. Okay? Now, here are the result of a survey sa mga graduates ng Keyano. They are strongly agreed that Keyano College prepared them for the career after graduation. So meron din tayong mga testimonial. If you can see here, Miss Rochelle Urbana, Philippines. So she said that if you want to study and at the same time real exposure to Canadian culture, this is the place to do it. So sayang kasi hindi umabot. I'm supposed to join with one of the students in Keyano, Filipino students in Keyano, to do a testimonial live. Pero hindi na kasi umabot yung ating hindi na umabot yung time. So, yeah. So, ibig sabihin, may mga Filipinos po doon sa Keyano College na they really enjoyed yung kanilang life in Fort McMurray and especially being a student in Keyano. Alright? So, Keyano gets you there. So, okay. Now, ito yung nabanggit ko sa inyo na last sa frequently asked question ng mga Filipino. May pathway ba yan for immigration? Okay? Again, this is a different story. Kasi iba-iba naman ang possible na maging pathway nyo when you arrive in Canada. So I'm not generalizing, but ito yung steps at a glance. Una, if you apply or enroll to Keyano College, naging student ka, pagka-graduate mo for post-secondary or postgraduate program, pwede ka na mag-apply for post-graduation work permit. Pag nakapag-apply ka na yan, you can start your exciting career in Alberta. Pwede ka na magtrabaho in Alberta. And if you meet the requirements, pwede ka na mag-apply to Alberta Immigration Pathway and then obtain permanent residency. Okay? So again, depende pa rin yan kay Lord, no? Kung talaga kayo ay makapag-permanent resident. Pero at least you have steps at a glance, okay? Makikita niyo na dito yung pwede mangyari sa inyo when you start enrolling to Keyano College. Okay? All right. So at Keyano College, you belong, you matter. So yeah. Again, I am Stephanie, the Keyano International Recruitment Representative in Southeast Asia. So if you have any question later, we will be answering all those. Thank you so much. And yeah, I am giving back the virtual microphone to the host.
Okay. There. Hi. Thank you, Stephanie. So Stephanie will be staying also for our open forum later after the Kanata presentation. And with that, Sir Andre, are you ready?
Yes, hi. I have the presentation here, and I'll be representing Kanata as a company and what are our services and the assistance that we can provide to our students. So if you give me a moment here, I will be sharing my screen. Okay, let me know if the screen is visible.
Yep.
Okay.
You can see it.
Okay, so for our today's topic, we will be delving into Kanata as a company, and we will be discussing about who we are, what are our visions, and what are our services that we can offer to you in your application to Canada. And we'll also be discussing what it is that you will be finding in Canada in terms of the opportunities, the future plans, and in terms of the processing, we'll also be delving into that. So let's move on to the next slide and let's get into it. Okay, so about us. Canada originates from the word Kanata, which means village or coming together or meeting place. So it is a word that symbolizes unity. So hopefully in the future, most of us here in this meeting room will be able to meet each other there. Okay. So our agency is one of the leading educational consultancies in Manila for Canada. So we do have a significant number of approvals, and a lot of our students have reported a 98 satisfaction rate. So you'll find our services to be very, very helpful. Okay. Now we have also over 5 years of experience in visa processing and student consultation. So whatever background you're from, whichever country you're from, if you're a Filipino passport holder, we can definitely assist you regardless of wherever you are in the world. Okay. Now we also have direct partnerships with our institutions. So the two that we have here now are Cambrian College and Keyano College, and we will be working directly with them in submitting your applications to them and getting you to Canada. Okay, so our services. So our services and our mission is to help students achieve their dream by providing our services at no extra cost. So you read that right. We don't charge any processing fees. More on that later. And then our vision is to be the first avenue of students with a common goal of pursuing their education abroad. So yeah. So here are the 4 things that we will be doing. So first, we will be assessing you. So we provide free assessment to our students prior to the application. So yeah, you can ask anything, anything regarding the student pathway, maybe about the schools or what it is like in Canada. And we will be representing you to the school that you will be applying. So that's our job, to coordinate your application with our partner institutions. And that also includes documentation documentation. So if you have your documents ready already, you can actually start applying to the school and work on applying for a visa later on. So documentation will be one of the most important parts. So yeah, that is one of our main assistance that we can offer. And at the same time, sorry about that, one moment. Okay, so assistance, we will be assisting you throughout the visa process. So anywhere between the school application up until the visa approval, and even after the visa approval, we do offer pre-departure orientations. So you can guarantee that we will be with you every step of the way until you get to Canada. Okay. Okay, about Canada. So there are some different regions in Canada. So there's Western Canada, Atlantic, Northern, and Central Canada. So again, Keyano College is located in Fort McMurray, which I believe would be somewhere in Central. I'm not sure. This would be somewhere in Eastern Alberta. Cambrian College would be somewhere in Northern Alberta. So definitely, it's a nice place to live in. It's a nice place to study in. The environment there is very enticing, and the people you'll meet there are very welcoming. So you won't have any issues when it comes to bias treatment or anything of the likes. Okay, so about Canada. So Canada is known to be one of the most educated countries in the world. This is being shown as half of their population has a tertiary education degree from a college or university. So yeah, Canada has international accreditation. Their rates are relatively affordable in comparison to other countries. They have a diverse culture and society. They have a healthy and safe community, which will definitely help with the peace of mind while you're studying. And they have a global language education. So definitely you will be improving not only your work skills, but also your communication skills as well. Okay, so some other things that Canada has to offer. So an exciting campus environment as offered by Cambrian and Keyano, and a world-class innovative education, possible migration, and of course, unlimited opportunities. So what are the benefits of an international student? Okay, so there are some criteria that you need to follow when applying as a student for Canada. So first is always to be enrolled at a DLI or in a designated learning institution, whether it be private or public. So this will allow you to be eligible for a postgraduate work permit. So be sure that the school that you're applying to are designated learning institutions. Keyano and Cambrian do have their own DLI number, so they are eligible for PGWP. So second one is make progress towards completing the program. So we'll need to be providing satisfactory performance in academics when we reach Canada. So that's a given, no? So we have to study since our main purpose is the student pathway, okay? So you must also respect conditions of the student permit. So whatever conditions that are indicated in your student permit, be sure to abide by it. Treat it as sort of a rule book, okay? And you must stop studying if you do not meet the requirements. So that's why we urge everyone to give a satisfactory performance in their academics once they reach Canada, so that they will not have to come back. Now, you'll have to leave Canada when your permit expires, so that's a given. So before you leave, you are eligible for a PGWP if you choose to do so. Yeah, more on that later, okay? Now, another opportunity is work. So as an international student in Canada, you are eligible to work part-time. Currently, I believe it is lifted. So, regardless of the lift, so let's get on to it. On campus, you don't need a work permit. You need to be a full-time student, and you need to have a valid student permit for you to work on campus. Now, you may also consider working off campus Again, no work permit required. You need to have started studying, and you must also be enrolled in a program. Now, there's also what we call a co-op. It can go by many names. So co-op, work placement, practicums. So all of these are what is an OJT to us. Okay, so it's incorporated within the program. It's just the same as an internship. Could be paid or not paid depending on your employer. Okay. Okay. So for work, you are eligible to work 20 hours during school time or school semesters. And during semestral breaks or holiday breaks, you are entitled for a 40-hour per week work. So you can work full time if you have any semestral breaks in between your studies. Okay, so after completing your studies in Canada, you are eligible for a PGWP as long as you're enrolled in a DLI. So that's why it's important to make sure that you're enrolling in one. So here are the criterias on how long your PGWP will be. So less than 8 months, you will not be eligible for a PGWP. So if you're taking a program, just make sure that the program has at least 2 semesters or 8 months of duration of study, or it's considered as a 1-year program if it reaches 8 months. Now, if you do get 2 years of study in Canada, you are eligible for the maximum of 3 years postgraduate work permit. Okay. Okay. Now, another benefit of the studying as a student in Canada is that you can bring your dependents. So who are classified as the dependents? So we have a spouse, a common law partner, and children. So if you have your family, like let's say your partner, and if you have any children and you want to experience Canada together, you can definitely include them in our application. So more on that later. Okay, now the documents that you will be needing are represented here in this slide. So first, you'll need a valid passport, your academic transcripts, certificate of employment. Your IELTS results is optional. We do some schools do not require IELTS, like Keyano and Cambrian. So you'll need your medium of instruction from your high school and college institutions. Now, you also need your birth certificate, your diploma, your IDs, and your resume. So these are some of the documents that will be used during your application. Okay. Now, for the process. Now, we will take you throughout the steps of becoming a student up to securing a visa application to Canada. So the first step is always to consult with a counselor. Now, I am part of Kanata's counselor team. Miss Van, the host, is also part of them. And we would suggest that you book a consultation with us after this information session so that you can get an in-depth review tailored to your background. And this will allow us to provide which program and school would be most beneficial to your application. Now, third one, apply to a designated learning institution. So we put emphasis on applying to a DLI, since this will allow you to continue and transition into a postgraduate work permit, and in the future, hopefully, permanent residency. Now, and then we also need to wait for the letter of acceptance. So each school has different processing times. So do note of that. On average, it usually takes about 4 to 6 weeks. Could take longer or shorter depending on your profile. Okay. Okay, now fifth one is confirm and pay your tuition fee. So there's what we call a confirmation deposit, which is the minimum amount that you're required to pay for the tuition to secure your seat. So each school has different ones. You can book a consultation with us so that you can get a more in-depth view on how much you need to pay initially. Okay. Now, a medical test is also required. So not just any medical test. This needs to be conducted by a panel physician that is accredited by the IRCC. So we will provide you instructions on how to do that later on in the application once we transition into the visa application. Okay, now we also have to complete all the visa requirements. So we will be sending you a comprehensive list for that, so that you can keep track on which documents you have already and which ones you need to get. And after that's all been said and done, the next step is to submit our visa application and wait for our visa results. Now, visa results on average, as prescribed by the IRCC website, is currently at 12 weeks. So it's somewhere around 3 months. So we do suggest lodging at least 3 months before the start of your intake. Okay, so there are two types of application. Firstly is the regular stream, which is the most preferred option for visa application of students. And this will apply to most of you that will be applying for Canada. There is also what we call an SDS, or study direct stream, which is more direct application, or a straightforward, hassle-free type of application. For study direct stream, there are some differences with regular stream. So here is a table on what they require. So for regular stream, you only need to pay at least 1 semester tuition fee, and then for study direct stream, you do need to pay the full year. Now, for the proof of financial capacity, for regular stream, you need 1 year of tuition fee plus the living costs. This will go up if you do have dependents. And for study direct stream, you do need to have a GIC, or guaranteed investment certificate. So if you are interested in getting one, we do provide instructions for that as well. Now for regular stream, it has no IELTS required, but if you do plan to apply for SDS, the IELTS is mandatory. So you'll need to take an IELTS result that has that's no lower than 6.0. And you'll also need to secure these 3. So the letter of acceptance from the school, a study plan, and your proof of identity. Okay, so services. So again, we don't have any processing fees. The services that we provide are free, and you can consult with us so that we can get a more detailed explanation on that. So again, you'll need your passport, resume, academic transcripts. We do have a security deposit. So if you're getting confused on why we have no processing fees, but we do have a security deposit, so let me just explain. So the security deposit of 10,500 pesos will be consumable for your visa application and your biometrics fees, meaning that it will be consumed upon lodging the student visa. We also have free assessment, unlimited consultation, and free assistance. So you'll find that we offer one of the most budget-friendly assistance when it comes to going to Canada. Okay, so that'll be it for our presentation. You can give us a follow on our socials right here. If you haven't already, I suggest that you check our page in Facebook, Instagram, and you can reach out to us. This address here is outdated. So we are currently located in the 6th floor of Salustiana DT Tower. As of the moment, we already have our own office, so we just recently opened it. If you want to do a personal consultation with one of our counselors, feel free to visit our office. Okay, just be sure to notify us beforehand. You might also be interested in Miss Catherine, the brain of Kanata and the head of Kanata. So she has a YouTube channel, and she also has an Instagram. So you might want to follow her for more information and additional success stories on Canada. Okay, to Canada through Kanata. That was my presentation, and we will now be moving on to the question and answer. Okay, Van.
Thank you so much, Andre. Okay, so we'll proceed to the questions. I'll start with the questions found on YouTube because we're also live on YouTube. first one is for Keyano College. So does Keyano College offer Bachelor of Nursing to international students?
All right. Thank you for that question. Yes. Oh, we do offer Bachelor of Nursing. So for Bachelor of Nursing, usually we do it with our university transfer. Okay. And also we can also offer other programs related to nursing. So meron naman tayo pagdating sa Bachelor of Nursing.
Okay, so just to clarify, Bachelor of Nursing is for 4 years. Do you offer practical nursing for 2 years in Keyano, staff?
Okay. Yes, we offer bachelor's degree for 2 years as long as they meet the requirements. Also for English requirements as long as ma-meet nila yun.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Other question. I think there's a similar question for Cambrian as well. So they're asking for the tuition fee for Bachelor of Nursing at Cambrian College.
Okay, so well, unfortunately, we don't have the Bachelor of Nursing at Cambrian College, but we do have practical nursing. However, at the moment, we don't offer the practical nursing for new international student. Yeah, we only offer for current student or onshore student in Canada. However, you can consider to choose others option like occupation therapist or fitness and hair motion. And the tuition fee is around 16,000 Canadian dollar per year for the program related to health. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Sophia. Next question, Sir
Okay,
Andre.
I have a question here. So, Renan Marukot is asking, is there an age limit? And there are some similar questions to this as well. Technically, there is no age limit, and we are allowed to apply regardless of your age. But yeah, it does help if you're a bit on the younger side, but it's not required. No, as long as you have the possible justifications, the documents, the funds to support your study, it won't be a problem, and you are eligible to apply.
Right. Probably we can share also just recently we had a student who was qualified who got the visa approval, and she's already 55.
Yes,
years old.
yeah, that was actually one of my students. So
Right.
yeah, it just goes to show that as long as you have the proper documents, you have the proper funding, it won't be a problem regardless of your age. So don't be discouraged if you are on the mature side. Definitely, it's still possible to get into Canada through the student pathway.
Correct. All right. Now let's go to the next question. How many years to study the early childhood education? Is it offered in Cambrian?
Yes, we do offer 2 years, of early childhood education, and we do have 4 placement, 4 time of placements for international student. And the tuition fee again is around 16,000 Canadian dollar. Thank you.
15,000. All right. How about in Keyano?
Yes, in Canada, we offer a certificate program for early learning and also diploma program if they want to proceed with the 2 years. So we also have diploma program. So our tuition fee per term is around 6,207 per term. So which is only around 12,500 per year.
Okay, thanks. Thanks, Stephanie and Sophie. Next question.
There is a question for Keyano here. So for Keyano College, is it possible to opt out of insurance if the student already has an Alberta insurance? So would that be possible?
Okay, so in that case, depending on the insurance that you are currently having with Alberta, okay, but if it's about the universal, of course, hindi na to i-require ni Keyano College kasi it is already given once you become an international student in Alberta.
Okay, thank you for that. How about for Cambrian? Is it the same case?
Well, yeah, I believe that it's the same case if student they study in Sudbury. And if they already have the insurance in Ontario, so they don't need to buy more the insurance in the school.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Any more
Okay,
questions?
can I add dun sa
Oh,
question
sure,
kanina
sure,
about the
sure.
Bachelor of Nursing? Para lang din magkaroon ng idea, no? If you're planning to do the Bachelor of Nursing with under Keyano, so the tuition fee per year is around 15,000 for international students, as long as you meet the requirements. Yeah. Okay, go ahead, please.
Thanks, Steph. All right, next question. In Keyano, do you offer caregiving course or caregiving program?
Okay. About caregiving, actually, we do not offer exact personal support kasi caregiving in Canada is usually personal support yun, no? But we only offer healthcare aid. Uh, Healthcare aid if you're at least related in caregiving. So healthcare aid. Yeah.
Thank you. How about in Cambrian?
Yeah, same with Stephanie. We do have the personal support worker, but this is the certificate program and it's only take around 8 months for personal support worker. Thank you.
Thanks.
I have a question here. They're basically asking if there are any other financial assistance that the school can provide. For example, something like a sports scholarship or maybe an additional scholarship once they reach Canada. So let's start with Kiana.
Ayan, okay. So in Keyano College, we offer different scholarship, especially if you're part of organization, you're into sports. We always offer scholarship for that. So if you can check the website of Keyano College, sobrang rami. Okay, there are lots of scholarship that we can offer for our students. Okay. But yes, yeah, the answer is yes. Okay.
Okay, thank you. How about for Cambrian, Sophie?
Okay, so for Cambrian College, so we do have some promotion for Filipino student. So for example, we have the housing bursary. So like I mentioned before, it is up to $1,800 for the first semester. And secondly, we have the textbook bursary up to $500. And we also offer the taxi fee from Sudbury Airport to the accommodation in Sudbury. And of course, when you study with us, that at least the first semester, you are eligible to apply for current scholarship from $500 to 1,000 Canadian dollar, depends on your GPA. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that, Sophie.
Thanks, Sophie. Next question. Aside from the tuition fee and cost of living money, is there a show money? If there is, usually how much? I think Sir Andre can answer this one.
Okay. Again, if you notice the chart in my presentation, no, so the usual computation for show money would be the 1 year of your tuition fee plus your living expenses. So for the student, it's usually 10,000 Canadian dollars. But again, if you will be bringing dependents, the living expenses does go up for, I believe, 4,000 for the spouse or common law partner, and for each kid that will be coming, this will be amounting to 3,000 each. Okay.
That's correct. It would be helpful also if you can add in your proof of fund. So that's a term that we use for show money. It would be helpful if you add your estimated airfare also for solo application and for those who are bringing their family with them. Okay, next question.
Okay, I do have a question here. So I have a friend from Saudi that is interested, but he is not a Filipino. Can she apply Okay. Let me just first say that we usually have partnerships for our schools that only allow us to apply Filipino, those with a Filipino passport. So if he is in the possession of a Filipino passport, then yes, we can assist in the processing of his account. But yeah, do you have anything to add on that, or maybe some insights on different nationalities? Let's start with Stephanie.
Yeah, okay. For since Keyano College is recruiting students from different nationalities, of course, we do accept as long as you meet all the requirements. I think there will be no problem with our institution. Okay, so especially like for us, we only offer the waived IELTS for Filipino nationality. So when it comes to other nationality, there might be some consideration for the English proficiency test result requirements. So yeah, you just have to send your application or your requirements to Canada, then they will do the assessment for you. Thank you.
Okay, how about you, Sophie?
Yeah. Yeah, right. So I think that we still stand with Stephanie. Yeah, so we do accept all nationality around the world. And again, we only waive IELTS for Filipino student. And other country, you need to meet the English requirement. For example, you need to have IELTS 6.0 or 6.5. Depends on the program you choose. And again, yeah, I highly recommend that you should send the application to Canada.
Okay. Any more questions on your end, Van?
This is from YouTube. What is the application deadline for fall semester? So normally schools don't really give deadlines when it comes to application. It really depends on the availability of seats, depending on the program that you want to apply into. However, well, we can ask if the schools that are present now do still have programs that are open for September for the fall intake for this year. Let's start with Keyano. Are your programs still open?
Yeah. Okay. So just to let you know that all programs are open up until fall, but unfortunately, if you're planning to enroll for early learning and childcare, we are already full for fall intake 2023. So, but the rest of the programs are still open for the fall. Except we actually have exemption when it comes to deadline because I heard the question earlier, Van, right? So regarding the deadline, same what Van mentioned earlier, we don't have the deadline for most of the program except for our competitive programs such as social work and practical nursing. So for fall intake, we only accepting up until May for our application for practical nursing and social work for fall intake 2023.
All right.
Yeah, how about for Cambrian?
Okay, so for Cambrian College, so currently we still accept for fall 2023 this year. However, we already closed some program, for example, early childhood education again, yeah, and OTPA or business analysis. Yeah. However, the good news that at Cambrian College we do have the intake in November. In November, yeah. So if you cannot apply for September intake, you can choose November intake.
Thank you so much. So if you notice, if you're planning, if one of you, if some of you are planning to apply for ECE or early childhood education, it's really in demand.
Yes.
So for fall intake, and not just for Cambrian and for Keyano, but a lot of schools have already closed their admission for the said program. So I think the closest that they can apply into is for the winter intake, right? Or for November, right? Is that for ECE also, the one that you mentioned?
No,
it's for another program.
Yeah, no, November only offer for postgrad certificate.
Postgrad, I see. Okay,
Yes.
So for ECE again, the nearest intake would be January. That's a fall intake. Okay, next question, Andre.
I have a question here regarding on how the classes will be delivered. So he's asking, will the classes be conducted for the whole day, 5 days a week? Let me just first say that it really depends on the program. So it could be different for each of you depending on the program that you apply. But yeah, what are your insights on that? Let's first start with Kiana.
Yeah, okay. Regarding the schedule of classes or the hours per week, so usually it's around 20, sorry. Okay. That's around 20 hours per week, depending on the subjects that you will take per term. So again, like what Andre said, that it always depends on the schedule, or I mean the program and subjects that you will be enrolling in. All right, thank
Okay,
you.
how about for Cambrian?
Yes. Yeah. Again, it's depends on the program that student do, and yeah, it can take around 4 to 5 days per week. And from my experience, almost Filipino student they can get the part-time job when they study with us. Yeah. So don't worry about that. And again, when they register the program at Cambrian College, they can choose the timetable to suit for their schedule. So yeah, so I think it's good for them.
Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, it is possible to work a part-time job and study at the same time in Canada
Mm.
without having to get burned out. So definitely, time management will play a big part on that. So if you can manage to hold a job for 20 hours a week and study at the same time, it will be very beneficial for your application in the future when you decide to transition into a postgraduate work permit or eventually permanent residency. Okay.
Okay, next question. Is it also free assistance in Kanata if the student has dependents? Family of three. Free assistance for the study permit applicant. However, for your dependents, we do have processing fee for them. So for more information about the dependents and the processing fees for your dependents, it's better if you book a consultation with us so we can discuss it for you. Thank you. Next question.
Okay, I believe I have a question here. So, this is for us for Kanata. So, does Kanata have PR assistance offered as well? Well, we mainly focus on the student pathway. So, our main goal is to get you to Canada through a student visa. But if you are dead set on applying for, let's say, permanent residency in the future, it would still be best to consult with an immigration lawyer or an immigration agency so that they can guide you through the legalities on how you'll go about your application, how you can maximize your points. So the PR application is on a point system if you're not aware. So best to do the asking around in Canada because most of the lawyers there are already familiar with the local laws and how you can circumvent them. Okay, well, not not circumvent in a bad way, but yeah.
Next question. We still have more questions. Okay, this one is in Tagalog, Sophie. So, paano po kung nakapagbayad
I
na
want
ng
to hear.
tuition fee for pero nag-failed for application ng student visa? May babalik po ba yung nabayad na? So, just to translate it for Sophie.
Thank you.
What should they do if they already paid for the tuition fee, but their visa application gets rejected? So is there a chance to have their tuition fee refunded?
Okay, so I wish I could speak Tagalog, but sorry, I can't. Yeah, so okay, so by the way, if your visa were refused, we will refund all tuition fee for that for you and deduct less $200 for admission fee. Yeah, so I mean that you will receive the all tuition fee less $200. Thank you.
Thank you. How about for Keyano?
Yes, I think the question is generally it's a general question to all institutions. So, but specifically in Keyano, yes, we do 100% do the refund if the reason is the refusal of the visa. So as long as you can provide the proof of your refusal from IRCC, then we can fully refund your tuition fee and even your admission fee. Okay, so even your admission fee can be refunded as long as the reason is the visa refusal. All right, thank you.
Thanks, Steph.
Do we still have time for one more question? Sorry, Ivan.
We can have one last.
One last question. Okay. I have here, he's interested in applying, but he only graduated in high school. So would he be eligible to apply for any of the programs in Cambrian or Keyano? Let's start with Keyano.
Okay. Again, for all, I would like to clarify. I think the question is about the high school old curriculum, Philippine old curriculum, right?
Yes, old
So,
curriculum.
yeah, if that's the case, actually, for the other programs, for the certificate and diploma program, we don't accept all curriculum high school graduates, but we have this college preparatory where we can enroll the student. So, but of course, we still have to do the assessment of his requirements or her requirements, and then we can offer them the English for academic or the English for academic or our college preparatory program. So yeah, we can do another program option for that student.
Okay, that's really good to know. Okay. Now, how about for Cambrian?
Okay, so for Cambrian College, we do accept the own curriculum, and your student can apply for diploma or certificate program. And yeah, so for own curriculum.
They're accepted.
So would there be any additional requirements, or would it still be the same requirements?
Yeah, actually, they just need to provide the TOR, and high school credential and MOI. Yeah, and also the resume. Yeah, and I think I mean that it meet the requirement for our program, undergraduate program.
Okay, thank you so
for
much,
that
Sophie.
information. So I guess we can end with that one. For the rest of the questions that we didn't get to answer, it's most likely because they're very specific or very personal. So for those who have very specific questions, we suggest to have your schedule booked for a consultation. The link to schedule your appointment is in the chat box. So please feel free to do so because a consultation with Kanata counselors is for free. Okay, so there, I think that marks the end of our webinar for this Friday. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for spending your Friday night with us. We hope to get to see you in our next webinar, which would most likely be next week. All right, so thank you and good night. Happy weekend to all of you. Thank you so much, Sophia and Stephanie.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, everyone.
All right, so please stay for a while so we can take a photo for the
Okay.
school reps.
Yeah,
But
thank you.
for our attendees, thank you so much. Happy weekend.
Happy
Bye.
weekend, guys.